Would you dare step into a forest where dozens have entered but never returned? Where the trees whisper your name and shadows aren't just shadows? Tonight, we'll take you to the haunted woods, where legends say the spirits of the damned roam freely. But beware, what you learn may keep you awake long after the video ends. The legend of Crimson Hollow has kept locals in Ashridge whispering for generations. People spoke of unnatural phenomena, disappearances, ghostly apparitions, and blood-curdling screams that echoed through the trees. But the stories always ended the same way. No one who entered ever came out the same, or at all. Emma, Ben, and Mike weren't ones to believe in ghost stories. As adventurous friends and amateur vloggers, they thrived on thrill-seeking and proving legends wrong. Armed with cameras, flashlights, and bravado, they set out to debunk the mystery of Crimson Hollow once and for all. "I mean, it's just trees," Ben said, hoisting his backpack. "What's the worst that can happen?" Mike smirked. "We get 1 million views for surviving the scariest woods in the state." Emma laughed nervously, but said nothing. The truth was, she couldn't shake the stories they'd heard. The tales of people being lured into the woods by ghostly voices, only to vanish without a trace. The woods greeted them with an eerie stillness. No bird song, no rustling leaves, just the crunch of their boots on the brittle undergrowth. The trees stood tall and foreboding, their twisted branches like skeletal arms reaching for the sky. About an hour into their hike, Ben stopped dead in his tracks. "Do you hear that?" Emma strained her ears. A faint sound, childlike laughter, echoed through the trees. It was soft at first, almost playful, but it grew louder, more distorted, like a broken recording on repeat. "That's, not normal," Mike muttered, gripping his flashlight tighter. "Probably just some kids messing with us," Ben said, though his voice lacked conviction. But deep down, they all knew the truth. No one else would dare come here at night. As night fell, the trio set up a small camp in a clearing, lighting a fire to fend off the growing cold. But the fire's glow seemed to barely push back the encroaching darkness. Shadows danced wildly across the trees, forming shapes that disappeared when stared at too long. While Ben rummaged through his bag for food, Mike wandered toward the edge of the clearing, drawn by a strange flicker of light. "Guys, come here," he called, his voice trembling. Emma and Ben joined him, their flashlights cutting through the dense shadows. In the distance, they saw it. A figure. A woman in a tattered dress, standing unnaturally still. Her face was obscured by long, tangled hair, but her posture seemed wrong, her head tilted at an impossible angle. "Hey!" Ben called out, waving his flashlight. The woman didn't move. Emma grabbed his arm. "Don't!" she hissed. "Something's not right." As if in response, the woman's head jerked upright, revealing hollow sockets where her eyes should have been. Black ichor dripped from them like tar. A guttural, inhuman scream pierced the night, and the fire behind them snuffed out instantly, plunging them into total darkness. Panic set in. They grabbed their gear and bolted, stumbling through the forest as the shadows seemed to twist and reach for them. Their flashlights flickered erratically, offering only brief glimpses of their surroundings. "Where's the map?" Emma cried. "It's gone!" Ben shouted. "It was in my pocket, I swear!" Suddenly, a deafening crack rang out, and Mike let out a scream. When Emma and Ben turned, he was gone. All that remained was a trail of blood leading deeper into the forest. "We can't leave him!" Emma shouted, her voice breaking. Ben hesitated, his face pale with terror. "Emma, if we follow that trail, we're next." but Emma was already running, desperate to save her friend. The blood trail led them to a massive oak tree in the heart of the woods. Its roots jutted out like gnarled claws, and at its base was a crude wooden cross, draped with tattered fabric and dried flowers. A low growl rumbled through the air. They spun around, their flashlights illuminating the woman from before. She stood mere feet away now, her empty sockets fixed on them. Her lips twisted into an unnatural smile, revealing jagged, yellowed teeth. "You trespassed on sacred ground," she hissed, her voice echoing unnaturally. "Now, your blood will feed the roots." Emma stepped back, trembling. "We didn't mean to." The woman lunged, her movements unnaturally fast. Ben screamed as her claw-like hands tore into him, dragging him into the shadows. Emma ran, her heart pounding in her chest. The forest seemed alive now, its trees contorting and blocking her path. Whispers filled the air, growing louder and more menacing with every step. Just when she thought she was doomed, she stumbled out of the woods and collapsed onto the cold asphalt of a deserted road. She looked back, expecting to see the woman chasing her, but the woods were silent and still, as if nothing had happened. Weeks later, search parties combed the area but found no sign of Ben or Mike. Emma, haunted by guilt and vivid nightmares, tried to warn others about the cursed woods, but no one believed her. Some say the cries of her lost friends can still be heard on quiet nights, carried by the wind as a warning. Stay out or join them. Would you dare to enter these haunted woods after hearing this chilling tale? Let us know your thoughts in the comments. And if you're brave enough, check out our next video to uncover more terrifying legends.